Yeah, hello and welcome to another quick update about Polkadot. So we start with taking a look at what I said in the last video just yesterday, and let's take a look, and then we take a look at the current DOT chart. From when was that? June, July or whatever. I don't know, that 1036 level. So it looks like we're currently doing a retest. It's a bull flag, and as long as we hold the 1036 level, that could really start to break out from here. And it's looking good. You know, we reached the fib target for a potential wave 3, but what we need for that confirmation, it's too early to say. What we need for that confirmation, we need it like that. We need a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You now want another move up. You now want. So let's take a look at what actually happened. And indeed, the chart or the pattern broke out to the upside. It is not enough for me to give me confirmation that this is actually a wave 5. So we have now the difficult situation, because you want to confirm an uptrend. What you want is here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the 5 should go higher, because if it doesn't go higher than the wave 3, it is often quite likely then this here was just possibly here an A, B, C, yeah, or A, B, C, and that we're already starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, which would take us down probably into the area here of around $5.56, which would be that 88.7% Fibonacci level. So I would have loved to see this wave go higher, and I mean, it's not over yet, it's not over, but we need to move higher. We need to move higher, and if we draw the Fibonacci levels from that high to the low, we can see the price perfectly reacted to the 88.7% Fibonacci level, indicating actually that this could just be a wave 1, 2, because the wave 2 oftentimes retraces back to that 88.7% Fibonacci level. So it remains very interesting. I mean, it is a good sign that we moved out of the yellow target box, and if I zoom out a little bit, you can see this is that yellow target area in which the price eventually, after many months, went into. We've talked about that area here between the 78.6% Fibonacci level at 1065 and the 88.7% Fibonacci level at 562. This is where I did expect the price to land, and for some reason that yellow target area has just disappeared. I don't know what I did. I'll just put it back in. But this is the area we've talked about in November already. And it was finally reached, because overall, from an Elliott wave count and point of view, this can be seen as a wave A, here an overshooting wave B, pretty much what Bitcoin did, yeah, and then a wave C down, where you usually just need that lower low. I've been saying that for the last few months. We need to have that lower low. For a long time, it didn't look like we would get there, but had we not done it, I wouldn't have had a lot of trust in the chart. This lower low gives me a lot of trust back into the chart, and to be honest, from all the altcoins that I cover, Polkadot is one of the few that really looks okay. Yeah, that looks okay at the moment, but we really need to stay above that 78.6% Fib level now and make a higher high. So in terms of making a higher high, where would we need to get above? I mean, first of all, we can see that the target was reached of that descending wedge. As I often say, the target of a wedge is the beginning of the wedge. So that was pretty much reached, but we need to break above that previous swing high here of $11.74. And ideally even the previous swing high, so $12.45, for further continuation. And if we want to count this here as a wave, possibly here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what is a price target for a wave 5? And for that, probably can go to the 2-hour chart. Then let's draw the fibs. So here for a wave 5, I mean, a possible target for a wave 5 is here, for example, the 2.382 Fib level, yeah, at $13.10, the 2.618 at $13.59, for example. Yeah, these would be ideal targets now for a wave 5. Could it be a bit lower? Yeah, next target then would be 12.32. which is that previous swing high. At least I would want to get it to that level. Yeah, at least to that level. That would be quite good because this is also the previous swing high. So it doesn't necessarily need to break there, but at least if we make a higher high compared to the wave 3, I'd be quite happy. And then we could possibly count that as an impulse, and that would increase the likelihood that the next wave down would just be a corrective wave. And from that point of view, if we make that slightly higher high than where we are now, then it would indicate that maybe the low here for Polkadot was already in. And if you don't only look at the Elliott waves, but you look at it from a bigger picture point of view, we could here possibly have a head and shoulders, an inverse head and shoulders going on. Yeah, and in addition to that, when we break this neckline here, and that would be above that previous swing high, then yeah, you can move much higher actually. Yeah, it would unlock higher prices also from a more traditional TA point of view. So this is an interesting possible reversal pattern on the chart, but to do so and to break out to the upside, Polkadot would ideally need to keep and need to stay above that 78.6% fib level at $10.60. Yeah. Overall, from a 4-hour point of view, what we currently do, it indicates that the uptrend is losing a little bit of steam. Yeah, and because we have not managed to make a higher high, and we can see that here, for example, on the RSI. No, at the moment the RSI is actually following the price. Okay, so no, we have no bearish divergence or anything that is good. No, the RSI and the MACD are both following the price. We've even had here the MACD cross the 0 line, which is a potential buy signal, but on the other hand, we don't have a strong trend, so the ADX doesn't really give us that signal. We're pretty much at the moment in a range market, which you can see here by just defining that sort of range here of that head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, so we really need to move higher to unlock higher prices. It's a very uncertain environment here. Yeah? Very uncertain environment. So really that is the breakout point around $11.50, $11.60. That is the key level. I think if we break back into the target area in yellow, first support would be here that previous swing low, obviously, of the wedge. So that would be here around $9.80, and below that $7.25, below that $5.60. So we're really still in this possible turnaround space, and need that 5-wave move. We need that 5-wave move. If it's not happening, it will only be a 3-wave move up, will be followed by a 5-wave move down, which then could take us possibly to $5.60, that 88.7% Fibonacci level. So yeah, it's still a bit uncertain if the downtrend is over. Yeah, I was very convinced that we get into this yellow target area in the end. We've talked about that weeks and months, and now we just need to have a bit of patience after we waited months and months to get into that target area. It just needs a few days or weeks now to decide if the direction is changing or not. What I can tell you at the moment is that we have not yet broken the downtrend. Technically, we are still in a downtrend because we have not made significantly higher highs, at least not compared to where we have come down. So we've made a first higher low, yes, but we need to make that higher high here as well. So that would be a good signal generally for Polkadot and the crypto market. All right, so that is my view on Polkadot. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.